Hey friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, and that means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, and I list them on eBay and Poshmark and sell them for hopefully a profit. Today I am on day 4 of a Goodwill thrift challenge. It's Thursday. I'm about to go into my local Goodwill. It is almost 9 a.m. It will open at 9 a.m. and I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna spend 20 to 30 minutes in there max and go through. I'm gonna look for black tags, which are the new tags this week. I'm gonna look at the new racks that they have out, and I'm gonna finish looking through the pants. I got through like shorts, skirts, and like a couple racks of pants, so I'm hoping to get through the rest of pants and jeans today. I also will probably browse through dresses. Those are just kind of in spring and summer, like my favorite things to sell, and swimsuits. But I don't know, I just have not had very much luck with swimsuits here at this Goodwill. I don't go to this Goodwill very often. Yeah, but I'm doing it this week. We'll see. This is also a thrift challenge collab with Gretchen, the Restless Thrifter. So after you watch my video, make sure you go over and check out Gretchen's. She is doing the same thing I am, going to the same thrift store roughly the same time every day for a full week, just to see, just as an experiment, see what happens. Hopefully we'll find some good things. Yesterday I found James Purse pants, standard James Purse, and Club Monaco, which maybe is not high-end, but I thought it was, and I didn't buy either of them because of the sell-through rate, and the James Purse pants were missing a drawstring. So I think if they had the drawstring, even with the low sell-through rate, I probably would have bought them, but I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully I'll find something fun in here today. I'm gonna go look. Come along with me. I tried something a little different today and tried to show you all of the tags as I was looking through the racks. You can see I find a lot of the same thing over and over. A lot of Apartment 9, Gap, Old Navy, Worthington, a lot of like Walmart brands, a lot of Kohl's brands. In my town, there is a Walmart, a Meijer, a Kohl's, a TJ Maxx, and a Maurice's, I think, and a Cato. We find a lot of Cato items, but it's rare that I find something not from one of those stores. So here you can kind of see proof that that's mostly what I find at the thrift store. I do try, I probably should have looked up those shoes. They were kind of cute. Those pants were cute, but a fast fashion brand. That's the other thing I find a lot is like Shein, Fashion Nova, fast fashion brands that you can buy on the internet for really, really cheap. But I keep looking. I am looking specifically for linen, for brands that I recognize. I also look for brands that I don't recognize. And when I find those, I try my best to look them up. It often depends on time and, quite honestly, my attitude and mental state at the moment. Sometimes I just do not have the energy for it. These were Torrid. I really like Torrid, and they were kind of messed up at the bottom. But Torrid leggings, probably I would not have spent $5 on, but they were pretty messed up there at the bottom. You saw me take out a couple of Old Navy linen blend wide leg pants. Those potentially are for my daughter. I don't want to spoil everything. Some of the information I will tell you at the end of the video. Well, that was pretty. This is a new kind of way of videoing for me. I don't usually do thrift with me videos. Often I will do thrift hauls. Maybe not often, but do you know this brand, NGTN? I probably should have looked that up, but I didn't. I did not have very much time this day, so I was trying to be particular about what I was looking at. One thing I like to look for in pants is like athletic type of pants, and I'm not talking like leggings, I'm talking like a performance. Duluth is one of my favorite brands as well. It sells really well for me, but again, a pair of leggings, I don't want to spend $5 because it'll only sell for about $15, and that's just not enough profit. J. Jill, I talked about that a bit yesterday. Similar to Duluth, it's not going to make enough money for me to want to pay $5 for it. My Goodwill does not do half off days. It does not do half off colors. I don't know why, but that changed a few years ago. They just stopped doing it. I think it was around the pandemic. They stopped doing half off days because the store would be too full, and they were trying to, eliminate a bunch of people all in one space at that time, and then they never went back to it. So, but they used to do the color of the week where the color was half off. Let's see, these are a pair of mom jeans. They are American Eagle and corduroy. Corduroy is probably not the best thing to be sourcing right now just because we're going into spring and summer. But for fall and winter, I hear corduroy a lot in the videos, but I honestly don't feel like I sell it very much. So it's definitely worth looking up if it's something that, like in a mom jean or a wide leg or something like that, or a brand like J. Crew or Ralph Lauren. Those two brands, corduroy does seem to sell pretty well for me, especially in men's. But these are women's pants. There's a pair of Spanx. These were skinny leg cargo. I think if they had been a wide leg cargo, I would have gotten them, or a flare, or even a straight leg, but skinnies it wasn't the best. Oh, I ripped that off the hanger, didn't I? I usually try and put those on there, so I must not have noticed that I did that. This was a vintage straight. They were like a mint green, though. I did look them up. Also, I think like a kind of a micro corduroy there. Yeah, you can kind of see. But yeah, the color was different. But I believe this style was called a vintage 90s straight. J brand. Is J brand good? It was a skinny jean, so I didn't look it up. If it had been something other than a skinny jean, I may have looked that up. I'm certain that I'm missing things. I often do. Rachel Zoe is a brand that I will only buy at like the $1 or $2 mark, and only if it's 100% linen. I thought those were so fun and cute with the lemons, but Loft is just not a brand that sells well for me. Oh, I was super excited to find this. I didn't pause long enough on that brand tag. I don't remember what it was. Good American? American Giant? I don't remember. Sometimes I get real excited when I find certain brands. I'm trying to be better at actually looking those brands up, because when I just hear them on videos or whatever, and then it's something that I don't commonly see in my area, if I see it, I get real excited. But I've come to find out often that even though that brand might be talked about a lot in the social media world, it doesn't actually have a good sell-through rate. So it's kind of a tricky balance, especially for me, to know that it's something that I don't normally find And so it's okay to be excited about it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to buy it. That happened yesterday with that James Purse, those James Purse joggers. I got excited to find that brand. That's not something that I find very often, but I had to be okay with leaving it and not buying it just because it's a brand that I don't normally find. And it's just a lot of looking. I did find a few things. Oh, Banana Republic is one of those brands that I like to look up. But when it's a pair of pants like that, dress pants, there's a lot of brands that will have the actual style name of the pants in the waistband. And those are my favorites because it makes it a lot easier to look up. And I find often that, like my husband, for one, he has a certain brand and style of pants that he likes. And so if he needs some other pants, these were a flare, like stretch jean. And I don't remember what that brand was. I didn't see it. As I'm doing my voiceovers, my screen is very, very small, so it's hard to see the brand. If you saw it, put it in the comments for me. So it's just easy to, search the brand and the style name and the size, and I can find the exact pant that my husband likes and then just buy duplicates of that when he needs new ones or wants a different color or something. So Chico's So Slimming, I have not had much success selling that. Chico's is a brand that I buy often, but I don't sell often. And I need to be better at not buying that brand. I am trying to limit it to plus sizes, and then having like a 3 or a 4, and then having some other element that makes it worthy to buy. Not worthy, but enticing. Another Chico. See here, a new with tags, Chico. I do believe that I looked those up. They were kind of a pleather looking pant. Maybe I didn't look them up. The green kind of threw me off there. Maybe green would be good, but I just don't see people wearing colored pants when I'm out and about. I need to go somewhere exciting again, like Chicago, and just sit and watch and see what people are wearing. Sit on the street and watch. I've done that a few times, and I think it's really good market research to just see what people are actually wearing. And in a big city like that, you get to see so many different kinds of people and so many people, and it's just really, I don't know, I find that interesting. These were like a wide leg cargo pant, but the brand was So, which I think there is like a Y2K kind of version of So that maybe has some kind of bolos in it, but I didn't think that was it. Maybe I should have looked those up. The shoes in this Goodwill are all just kind of on a rack above the pants, and I glance at those, but shoes are hard for me. Well, that was disappointing. I had 10 pairs of pants in my cart. 6 I looked up, and none of them were worth taking. And 4 were just like wide leg linen pants for my daughter potentially, but she never texted me back, so her loss. I did buy this little thing. One of my teenage daughters, their best friend, her older sister just had a baby, and so my daughter actually signed up to take them a meal, and she's gonna take them soup. And I always like to have containers that I don't have to have back, so I picked them up at the thrift store, and that's what I got. We'll just throw some foil over it, and then they don't have to return it, especially, with a new baby. Nobody wants to have to figure all that out. As I was kind of looking at the glassware, I also like to look at the metal stuff just to see if I find any brass. And so I was just kind of standing back, scanning the shelves, and this woman was in front of me looking at the shelves, and she grabbed an Owala and didn't put it back. She put it in her cart. I like my Owala. This was my daughter's. Oh, friendly reminder, hydrate. Water's good for you. This was my daughter's, and she got a new one for Christmas. So I got her old one. There's something about it, though. I don't know. I'm not real big into like the water bottle craze, but it is a nice water bottle. Yeah, so that was disappointing, but it is what it is. We're gonna try again tomorrow. So make sure you come back for that. Like this video if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave me a comment. Say hi. I haven't been doing comments this week. Leave me a comment. I don't know what to say. Did I miss something? There, that's a good question. Did I miss something? I probably did, but that's okay. Yeah, make sure you go check out Gretchen's video, and I'll see you soon.